Hey everybody out there, Charles Sutton, world-renowned real estate. Today's episode on Charles in Charge is going to be the buyer's guide to closing costs. Let's get started.
Charles in charge of our days and our nights. Charles in charge of our wrongs and our rights. And I see I want Charles.
Alright guys, so in today's episode, I'm going to give you the buyer's guide to closing costs, or some quick definitions or key points to get familiar with. So the first tab we're going to talk about in the closing cost details is going to be the loan costs. So the first item in your loan cost is going to be the origination fee, and that's going to be paid to the lender, and that's simply for doing your credit, underwriting, and processing this whole loan together. The next item you'll possibly find on your loan cost, it will be called the discount points. Now that is a payment to the lender as well to reduce the interest amount over the entirety of the mortgage. The last main item you'll possibly find on your lender cost will be PMI, or mortgage insurance, and it's required if you're putting less than 20% down, and is to protect the lender if you default on the loan. Next item on your closing cost details are going to be the services that you shop for that's going to protect you as the new buyer. First item is the appraisal, and that's the cost paid to the appraiser to make sure that the home is at fair market value. The next item to shop for is going to be the title search, and that's going to make sure that the owner actually owns the property and that it's free and clear from liens or violations. Then you got your title search, and that's going to protect the lender and optionally you if you choose if any claims come up on the title later. The next item is the termite inspection fee, and that's to make sure that the home is free of termite damage. Next item you'll find are the survey fee, which to determine the property's boundaries, and then the flood certification fee to make sure that the property is not in a flood zone, and if it is, the lender will require the buyer to get flood insurance to protect if anything does happen in that case. I'm going to go over the other costs that you're going to go through when going through the closing cost details. The first item you'll find is the prepaid interest, and that's going to be the interest paid to cover between the time of the closing date and the time of the first mortgage payment. Next item you'll find is the prorated property taxes, and that's to cover the taxes from the time of the closing date to the end of the tax year. And lastly, you have homeowners insurance, and you usually pay that for a whole full year up front at closing. The next item you'll possibly find will be the homeowners association transfer fee, and that's only governed by associations, of course, and that's to transfer the documents of ownership to you. Lastly, you'll have the initial escrow. Now, some lenders will require 2 months to build a reserve of the homeowner's insurance, the flood insurance, and the property taxes. We're going to go over the last item you usually find in the closing cost details, and that's going to be the cash to close. Now, the first item you'll usually find will be the closing or settlement fee. Now, that's the fee that's going to be paid to the attorney or the escrow or the title company or whoever you chose to close up this deal. The next item you'll find will be the recording fee. Now that's paid to the state to let them know that the title is going to be transferred from one person to another. And lastly, you got the transfer tax. That's paid to the state based on the amount of the mortgage. Alright guys, and that was your buyer guide to closing costs. This is Charles Sutton, world-renowned real estate. Guys, if you liked the video, thought it was resourceful, please share, like it, comment below if you what you want to see on the next episode. You guys can follow me on Facebook, Sutton Home Solutions, Instagram, Charlie Cashflow. To the next episode, guys, you are now in charge. Peace.
I was in charge of our days and nights.